Hi everyone and welcome back to SunBurst Tarot, where today I wanted to take a look at Wendy Williams. So as it's recently come out, Wendy has been, or the team has announced that she's been diagnosed with dementia, which is I have family members who have been diagnosed, and seeing the decline in a family member who's been diagnosed with this ailment it's been hard. And to anyone out there who is a caregiver or has a family member who is going through this disease, my heart is out to you, as it's difficult. It can be lots of repeating, it can be frustrating, it can be sad. It seems like it's like a long-term death of a person that you once knew. So my heart goes out to you, and those who are caregivers for these individuals, my heart goes out to you as well, and just how much patience and dedication and caring that you give to these individuals who might drive you up a wall some days. So I just wanted to get that out there, as this is a pretty serious disease for anyone and everyone has loved ones or is going through it themselves. So with that preamble out of the way, I wanted to look at Wendy Williams today, and kind of what's going on with her team, an alleged conservatorship, so allegedly conspiracy, and her family allegedly not being able to see her. So, especially during this difficult time, and kind of like what's going on with what she's been doing. I know she's had health issues in the past years, so I wanted to take a look what's going on with Miss Wendy Williams, the Queen of Shade, and someone who has been such a cultural icon and someone a lot of people have been able to relate to for many, many years. So without further ado, let's get into the reading. So I pre-shuffled this already for us, so I'm just going to split them up here. And for the big thing that I really want to look at with Wendy is just what's kind of going on in her energy right now, and then we'll kind of dive into dive into some other aspects potentially with her family members, people who are her conservators, and allegedly conspiracy, whatever. So, and then just a reminder, everything I'm sharing here today is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. This is my opinion, not a fact, so please use this to make your own thoughts, decisions, and ideas if you would like, or if you don't, you don't have to as well. So let's get into it. So at the center of this is the Knight of Pentacles. Not shocked. Knight of Pentacles is all about steady progress moving forward. Some people will see this as like business or money or other things. When it comes to health, and just like where Wendy Williams is now, like what the, hold on. Not shocked in that we're seeing it, because like it feels that she's has a very steady income, steady way that she's been doing things. However, she hasn't been working much. If I'm not, like, her show got canceled quite a while ago. So what the heck? Okay. Outside influences, fighting, but at what cost? Okay, so we're fighting, like, so we fought this, we've done this, we're coming out on top, and now we're looking back on how we've gotten to this point, and do we like how we've done this? Financial influences, Justice card, how am I gonna put this? So with the Justice card upright, and when it comes to financial matters, it's like legal battles over money. Some people will look at it as lawsuits. Some people will look at it as like paying people off. Some people will look at it as the judicial system coming in and potentially someone taking money. Or when it comes to financials, like someone's coming in and being the person who's kind of controlling other things from a legal standpoint of finances. I don't like this at all. We'll dig into, okay, Hopes and fears, Knight of Pentacles. This is gonna be a long-lasting money train. It's all about success and long term and feeling like you have come out on top. Unseen obstacles, someone that you trusted, a loving bond. This could be a relationship. In this case, just see it as a loving bond or someone that you trusted. Challenges, it's all about money. What's going for them? We have them in our back pocket. In the past, we were all friends and family and all together. In the future, we have to defend ourselves. Okay, okay, I'm just going to come out and say it, but these are conservatorship type of rumors going on. I'm seeing that. Like, this is a conservatorship that's kind of been very controlling for Miss Wendy here. And the people around her I'm pissed for her and for her fans and for her family. Because it feels like these are people that she did trust. These are people who, like, were with her through thick and thin and now are kind of taking advantage of her. They're using legal means to get her money. They're thinking this is going to be a long-term success for us. Like, we're going to be able to have our cake and eat it too. And, like, well, Wendy's trusted us so far here with the Two of Cups. It's like we have this loving relationship, this bond that we've built over time. It's like, you've trusted us for this long. But in the end, all these challenges, was all about money to begin with. Like, these were snakes in the corner, in my opinion. Here with what's going for them, it's like we've had it's like, you know how you sometimes have, like, that one friend that, like, you've known forever and they've never, like, kind of crossed you, but they only in the end it turned out that they were just playing the long game. That's what this is feeling like. In the past, it's like we were all kumbaya, my lord, kumbaya, with the happy home family. And in the future now, we have to defend ourselves from the shit storm that we kind of got ourselves into. I'm pissed. Because this allegedly looks like it's a giant setup from a conservatorship to kind of be like, yeah, we're just here to take your money. We've always been here to kind of take your money, and now you aren't going to be able to do anything about it. Because you kind of signed everything to us, and because you trusted us, but in reality, we weren't trustworthy people. And this was all about money, in my opinion. I'm pissed. As I think quite a few people are. Okay, now I want to look at just Wendy, her family, and these conservators, and I want to look at just the energy between all of them, because I want to know, does Wendy know what's going on? Like, is this something Wendy's aware of? Or is this something Wendy's not aware of? Allegedly, conspiracy, whatever, due to being diagnosed with allegedly dementia. Which I'm not sure, or Alzheimer's dementia. I'm not 100% sold. Okay, let's take a look at Wendy. Let's take a look at Wendy's immediate family. Let's take a look at these alleged conservators. Let's take a look at the energy in between these two. Okay. All right. So, Wendy over here is showing up as the Knight of Wands. I think she is very well aware of what's going on. She's very well aware. She's still sharp as a tack, but I think still a little bit emotional. Like, do I think that she is not within her right mind? No. Seeing the Knight of Wands here makes me believe, yes, emotional. Yes, can be prone to outbursts. I think we all are after a certain age because people are being stupid. My personal opinion. So I see her there. She still has a very good mind about her. She's quick-witted, has something to say. She might be a little prone to emotional outbursts, but if you know someone who's a little older and people are doing dumb shit, they kind of call people out on their dumb shit, right? allegedly, conspiracy. This isn't even a conspiracy. I think it's pretty universal. Uh, so, do I believe she. I won't speculate on her actual health, but do I believe that she's well aware of what's kind of going on? 100%. Seeing here, showing up as Wendy's family, we have the Ten of Pentacles, which is family, legacy. It's all about money, people, what are you leaving behind? So seeing this for her family makes me, I feel that it's like there's like a, would I say it's healthy? No. Do I say that this is a bond that's stronger than glue? 100%. So how I describe it as, these are people, like, it's like, this is mom, this is grandma, this is my wife, this is my sister, my brother, my aunt, my uncle, yada, yada, yada. And it's a very tight-knit family. Dysfunctional, you always got some dysfunction, but tighter, but like really, really close, and will give each other the shirts off their back, 100%. Seeing the energy in between the two of them with the Emperor, it definitely feels like Wendy has been the one who kind of has ruled the roost, has set the boundaries. You know how like there's the matriarch in the family? That's the type of vibe I'm feeling here with them. It's like, we want to see our matriarch. Who's the person that kind of is like holding this all together? It's Wendy, but we aren't able to see her. So it does feel like there might be some cracks showing in the foundation of the family. Because it's like, where's our leader? Where's our person? Allegedly. Conspiracy. Whatever. Looking here with the alleged, I'm going to call them alleged conservators. We have that as the death card, which is all about rebirth, but also in this case, it's not the devil card, it's not the tower card. What it is, though, in my opinion, is like, this is like, we're revamping something. We're like, it's like, we're bringing in a new age. We're trying to because death is all about like, we're ending something to start something new. So it's like they're trying to be like, okay, we're gonna like close all this up and we're gonna try and do new endeavors, this, that, and the other thing. Seeing the relationship between the conservators and Wendy, though, we have the Lovers card, which we got in the last reading, or in the last little spread that we had here, and that was things that was going for them. So there is a trust here between Wendy and these conservators. What I'm seeing, though, here is the story of Adam and Eve, because I'm getting drawn to this snake right here in this card, and it's like, the snake, what, I forget, don't come for me in the comments, please. I can't remember. In the story of Adam and Eve, it's like, what is it? The snake comes and tempts Adam and Eve with the apple. And it's like, oh, we'll tempt you with this. You eat the apple and now you've fallen from grace. So it's like there's a temptation there that like, and like, in my opinions, like, you ate from the apple, so now you have fallen from grace. You've fallen for the trap, essentially. And that's kind of what it feels like here. And with the death card representing the conservators, it's like, we've now gotten you to, like, we want to rebrand, we want to reshift, we want to start something new. And now they have, and it's maybe not in the best interest of both parties. Because what I'm feeling here is that, yes, the Lovers card is upright, so it's a loving, trusting bond, but with everything going on, I don't know if this is a trustworthy bond at the current moment and how people think it is. Looking over here between the alleged conservators and Wendy's family, there's a Temperance card, which is, I don't think this communication line, in my opinion, is null and void. So, yes, Temperance card is all about the balancing of two things. It's about changing things, changing balance, and keeping things in harmony. Excuse me. However, in this case, I'm feeling that it's completely cut off. So it's like there is no balance. There is no flow back and forth. It feels completely cut off. Like they aren't saying anything. They're trying to, like, there's some people who are reaching out. They aren't saying anything. Then they reach out and they won't say anything. So it's like everything's kind of cut off. There's no communication, even though it feels like Wendy's family in this case is trying to get back to the matriarch. They want their answers. They want to know where she is. But there's like no communication going on to be like, well, what's going on? Because the only person that there's really talking to, because over here it's like this bond. Okay. What I want to do a little bit more of here then is I want to look more specifically at Wendy and these alleged conservators' bonds. Because there's something a little bit odd, I think, there. And I'm going to pull out my Horror Tarot, which is just all the major arcana. So I'm going to pull this out really quick. And we're going to look at what is going on between the two of... between Wendy and these alleged conservators. And this is all happening during, like, Black History Month on top of it all. So, like, for individuals... or I shouldn't just say individuals, for people who are looking up to Wendy Williams as an African-American woman icon, like, this has to be a slap in the face. So, between the two, like, the major energy between them, Magician, it's like we're doing different things, we're communicating, we're putting out a narrative. High Priestess, but we're having problems weaving it how we want. Like, we're trying to spin this narrative, but we're having, like, the challenge is that we're trying to not, or I shouldn't say trying not, but we're having problems speaking what we want to speak. We're having problems promoting the story how we want to promote it. It feels like in my opinion, we're hiding the truth, or we aren't putting the truth out there, but people are trying to find it out, and they're poking holes in the story. However, I think there's something coming up here that's going to start taking the big wave of individuals looking into Wendy Williams and what's going on with her. I think there's something else coming in that's kind of like overshadowing what's going on with Wendy, because with the Tower here as like what's going from, it's like there's a major shakeup of some way, shape, or form. So I'm not sure if this is like a different news story about Wendy, or if there is, it's like, is there a new news story coming out about Wendy? Is there like a different angle that they're trying? Is like a different celebrity kind of taking the spotlight here with new or even old drama that's going to kind of resurface? 'Cause it's like Wendy won't be the talk of the town anymore? Question mark. Okay, overriding concern, the world. The overriding concern. So there's two world cards actually in this deck, and this one's of the Jekyll and Hyde. So the overriding concern is that both sides are going to be seen. Like, our ugly side is going to be found out. That who we are and who we pretend to be is going to be exposed or seen. And that's kind of what I'm seeing here with the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde world card. It's like the cycle is coming complete, and who you thought you were seeing is not who you were seeing. It's like you're seeing a different side. It's like what we've been telling you isn't true. It's like truths are coming out. Okay. Things that they're worried about. The Emperor. It's like a male presence coming in and trying to take over. I don't know if this is maybe someone in Wendy's immediate family, or if this is like a celebrity friend, but it does feel that there is an individual coming in that is trying to get to Wendy or trying to get through to her, and not the people that I think that have been appointed to speak for her. And they're really worried about this individual kind of like speaking their truth or being able to get through to let people to like let other information out. Okay, so let's look at some of the past things. So yeah, so they had isolate, in my opinion here, they had been able to isolate Wendy pretty well, to keep to herself. She wasn't in the news. People were worried, but she wasn't at the forefront of media. And a lot of people were like, oh, where is she? Like, but she kind of fell off until this new news story came out, and people are very worried. So it's like they were able to keep isolation where they were. And then let's look at this future here. We have the Empress. Okay. So what I'm... And remember, all for alleged and entertainment purposes only. Are we going to hear Wendy speak soon? Like, is Wendy coming out? Like, are we actually going to hear from Wendy? Like, are they trying to get to Wendy to have her speak her side of the story? Question mark? Because, like, the Empress coming out is like, oh, this feels like it's Wendy energy, where it's like the motherly type, the person who's going to kind of speak out, do her thing, and kind of show up. And I'm like, is that Wendy? Like, Wendy, are you coming out? So next, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull some relationship cards here. I'm going to pull 4 of them. There we go. So we're going to have Wendy. Then we're also going to have we're going to have Wendy and her alleged conservators. So on Wendy's side, we have opposites, different drives, connections, further apart, cannot see eye to eye. Interesting. And we have sips tea, worries about other people's issues than their own, engages in gossip and slander that doesn't involve them personally, too invested in others' relationships. That kind of sound like, knowing Wendy, like I'm just seeing her on her chair, she's sipping her tea, and like on her show, and like just talking about things. Also with the opposites here, I'm wondering if there's some differences in how she wants things done, or being able to see people, or how her finances being managed, but she doesn't have control over any of it. Okay, looking at these other people, we have these alleged conservators. We have clowning around when turns when others have met someone new, destroys others' happiness with guilt for moving on, fake promises to change. Alrighty, so it's like these individuals have like said one thing but are doing another, and they're like, oh, we're gonna change that, we're gonna do that for you, and then they never do. Then we have nonchalant, periodically checks into relationship, expects things to flow but does not put in the effort, inattentive, careless, little time and effort. So for these alleged conservators, what I'm feeling is, oh, they're around, they care, but they don't really care enough to do anything. They don't change. They just kind of just stick around for the heck of it. And then here's just between the two of them, there's tripping. Thinks others are doing them dirty. Makes mountains out of molehills. Throws temper tantrums. Mental breakdowns. Alternate reality. I see this as, so people are saying, oh, you tripping. And I'm like, yeah, you're tripping, but you're also gaslighting, is kind of what I'm getting from this card. It's like there's some gaslighting, potentially, allegedly, being thrown in between, where it's like, oh, it's like, what do you mean? You just said this other thing. So it's like I said, Wendy was showing up as the Page of Wands, who is, not Page of Wands, Knight of Wands, fiery, passionate, still has, I think, a lot of her, like, she still has her mind about her, and it's like, and people, in my opinion, like, what I'm hearing and seeing in my head is like, what do you mean they're like, it's like, okay, so we have this discussion saying like, hey, I wanted the drapes purple, like I want to get the drapes, like the new color of them to be purple, and it's like, okay, so you wait a week, we talk to this person comes back and it's like, oh, I got those new drapes for you, and here they are in the color green. It's like, what do you mean green? I said I wanted purple. It's like, no, you didn't. You said you wanted green. Like, No, that's what you just remembered incorrectly. It's just maybe you're just tired, or like you just weren't thinking clearly at the same time. And it's like, no, I remember, like I said I wanted purple. I'm like, no, you don't, no, you said you wanted green. Remember, Greg, she said she wanted green, right? And it's like, yeah. He says, yeah, you wanted green. It's like, what do you mean? But it's like, now it's 2 against 1 sort of situation. That's the type of vibe I'm feeling. And maybe it's not about the color of drapes, but like that's the analogy that comes to my head. So that's what I'm seeing here for Miss Wendy Williams. Okay, I want to see, are we going to be, because this Empress card showing up like the future, I'm wondering if we're hearing from Miss Wendy, because like this is her chair. Like I'm just like, I'm seeing her on her chair with her drink in hand, ready to talk, spill some tea, do some, and just have some fun. So interesting. Okay, next I'm going to pull from, I know I'm kind of bouncing around here with a couple different tarot decks. I'm actually going to grab my Intuit Tarot. And, oh my goodness, I have stuff all over the place today. I'm going to just do a really quick, what is the future? Are we going to be hearing from Wendy anytime soon about this whole situation type deal that she has got going on? Because what this feels like is like someone's trying to get to her to talk to her, and like they've been barred quite a few times from even just reaching her, because it feels like she's been hermited away from other people. So not a lot of people are able to like get to her, talk to her, let her story be out, and like hear and stuff like that. I also, in my personal opinion, I've seen some of the new photos that have been shown, and I'm not 100% certain if those are real. You can come for me in the comments if you think I might be a little crazy, but I'm not 100% sold that those aren't like edited in some way, shape, or form, or other things. So, okay, what's coming up here for Miss Wendy? We have the King of Cups. Emotional mastery coming out, kind-hearted, and artistic feeling. The challenge, the Knight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups. So for Miss Wendy here, it feels like she does want to speak about something. She wants to say something not poignant, but like very heartfelt of what's going on with her. However, I think the challenge here is saying it in a way that's going to be extremely impactful, or without, I think, causing mass panic, is the vibe I'm getting here. But she's got enough charisma to really put forward and put into words how she's doing, what she's saying, what she's feeling. But it's like we're walking away from something. We're letting go. What? I don't know. Goodness gracious. How do I say this? Okay. Let me think here just a little bit. So, for Miss Wendy, in my opinion, she has some things that she wants to say. Ace of Swords here, but it's like she's unable to say them how she wants to say them. The Knight of Cups, the challenge is here. It's like, this is something I've been holding on for a while. I've been wanting to say something because I'm a kind, caring person. This is something that's been, like, I've been holding on to for a long time, and it's maybe not the most positive things going on. What's kind of going on over here, kind of clarifying the situation, is like, we just want you to walk away from what's going on here, Wendy. Like, you don't need to say nothing. Like, just walk away. We'll let you walk away. But it's like, I want to do what's right. And it's but you can't do what's right because we aren't going to let you. You can't say shit, even though you want to say shit. So it's like, how do I put this? So, you know how, oh, let's do an analogy. Okay, so you know how in school, like you have a clique of friends, right? You have a clique of friends and you're just hanging out, like you're part of this group because you're part of like the popular in crowd. And you're part of, say, like a sport, like one, like say you're on the basketball team. Let's just go with that. So you're on the basketball team and you see someone around you doing, I don't know, like performance enhancing drugs, or they're drinking alcohol underage, or this, that, and the other thing, like illegal things that they shouldn't be doing. And it's like you want to, but like you have some integrity about yourself, and you're like, you want to go to, say, the principal and say what you want to say. Or like say, hey, I saw XYZ was doing drugs or alcohol or doing performance enhancing drugs and they're still on the team, and it's like, and you go to the principal and you try saying that, but like you aren't able to go to the principal because like the other people like around this person kind of block you from doing so, and they're like, if you go to the principal about this, like not only will we like ruin your life, but like just check your brake lines before you drive home today type of vibe. And so like you aren't able to go to the principal to say what you want to say because your life has now kind of essentially allegedly been threatened, even though you want to do the right thing, but you can't say anything because others are threatening you, others are kind of against you, your life is going to become a living hell even though you've already kind of been picked on. So the best thing for you to do is just walk away from the situation. Just let things happen as it should be. And, you'll be okay, and I'll be okay. Capiche? Capiche. That's the type of vibe I'm feeling here. Yep, and here's the 4 of coins. It's like, yeah, we'll help you keep your stuff here. But, you know, we're gonna have to put some restrictions on you if you keep threatening to go do what you want to do. Yeah, and like if you do kind of want to go and stand up for yourself, no, that's just not gonna happen. Aren't gonna be able to do that because we have a lot of wealth, money, power behind us to kind of silence you and promote other things going on. Yeah, because we'll just make you look like you don't know what the heck you're talking about. We're gonna make you look insane or crazy or like a bitch. In my opinion, all alleged for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, all these things that you thought you were gonna be doing in like your golden years, like yeah, no more, because now you've threatened our lineage, our legacy, how we make money, and all the other things, and we'll block any attempts that you try. So that's what I'm seeing here from Miss Wendy Williams in the future. I don't know if we're going to hear from her ever again. I think she has some stuff she wants to say. Because it does feel, in my opinion, that she has a fair amount of integrity about her. And she's like, I don't want to stand for this. I don't want to say this. And it's like, we aren't going to let you. From like another group or organization, allegedly, in my opinion. So that's all I'm going to read on here. If you guys liked this, please hit the like button down below. If you want to see more content like this, please hit the subscribe button, as I have new content coming out all the time. And I really just want to thank you so very, very much for watching. And if you have any suggestions for other readings you would like to see, leave them in the comments down below. I try and read all of them as much as I can. So thank you, and I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye!